All right, it is exactly 5 o'clock. Hi, Fernie. This meeting is called to order. My name is Sarah Clendenning, President of Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council. This is an executive committee meeting. The date is, it's 5 p.m. on Monday, November 15th, 2021. With that, we're going to do roll call. Secretary Sanchez,
Sarah Clendenning,
present.
Dan Wadsworth,
Present.
Fernando Sanchez present, Vincent Montalvo.
Present.
Everyone's here. We have quorum.
We have quorum. Excellent. All right. So I just want everybody from the public to know that tonight's meeting, the executive committee meeting, the purpose of this meeting is to set the agenda for the upcoming general board meeting, which will be this Thursday, November 18th at 6 p.m. So I guess we're going to run through well, actually, okay, we're going to open it up to public comment first, right? So is there anybody from the public who has a comment, who wishes to speak? You have 1 minute to speak. Please raise your hand or press *9.
So I don't see any.
All right, nobody from the public? Double check.
Again, I don't see any.
So then we're going to move on to community and board announcements. If there's anybody from the public who has an announcement, please raise your hand or press *9. You have 1 minute to speak.
I don't see any on the board. I mean, on the public, I don't have any. I don't know about board.
Okay, now from the public, are there any board members that have board member announcements? You have 1 minute.
I don't have any.
Nope. All right.
Um,
So we're going to run through the agenda. Setting of the agenda for a general board meeting to be held on Thursday, November 18th, 2021 at 6 p.m. The agenda will be posted 72 hours before the meeting at lincolnheightsnc.org. Oops, doesn't say before, but anyway. 1, call meeting to order. 2, roll call. 3, non-agenda public comments, 1 minute per person. 4, community and board announcements, 1 minute per person. 5, government reports. A, CD14, Kevin De Leon, Field Deputy Julio Torres. 6, committee announcements. A, executive, rules and bylaws, budget and finance, programs and services, outreach and events, city and government liaison, elections committee, planning and land use committee, holiday parade committee, sustainability committee, tenants rights ad hoc committee, ARC liaisons, LGBT alliance liaison, and our other city hall liaisons. 7, presentations. A, subject, Q&A with Congressman Jimmy Gomez, 5 minutes presenting and 5 minutes Q&A. Mini one. Presenter, Congressman Jimmy Gomez. 2, description, community discussion. B, subject, Department of Toxic Substances Control, DTSC, regarding Avenue 34 project. Presenter, Jessica Swan, DTSC, and Michael Hayden, Lincoln Heights Community Coalition. Description, Avenue 34 RAW, removal action work plan, and community discussion. C, subject, Chick-fil-A at former by right property, time sensitive. Presenters, Father Tom Carey, Church of the Epiphany, and Richard Zaldivar, Wall Las Memorias. We have also invited representatives from Chick-fil-A. 2, description, Chick-fil-A seeks to open a restaurant at the former by right property on Griffin and Broadway, community discussion. 8, new agenda items. A, outreach and events committee. I, 1, mini one, discussion and possible action on flat top community cleanup and Lincoln Heights whale presentation by Natural History Museum. Date, TBA, outreach vote, TBA, meeting forthcoming. That meeting is on the 18th. Speaker, Nancy Soto, chair, outreach committee. Description, community cleanup event at Flat Top Hill with presentation on the Lincoln Heights whale, Myxocetus elysius, with Dr. Jorge Velez Warbe, NHM's Associate Curator of Mammalogy. D, Planning and Land Use Committee, PLUC, discussion and possible action on letter to Bureau of Street Services and Bureau of Engineers regarding Lincoln Heights Benefit Association of LA Street Planners. Speaker, Sarah Clendenning, chair, Planning and Land Use Committee. Description, Discussion and possible action on letter to Bureau of Street Services and Bureau of Engineers regarding LHBA Lincoln Heights bid planters within the Lincoln Heights bid zone that are unpermitted and obstructing the public right of way, including handicap parking. Pluck position, approved, 11/3/21. C, Executive Committee, announcement of LHNC vacancies as of 11/15/21. Business Representative, 2025. Area 4 Resident Representative, 2023. Area 7 Representative Resident, 2023. Please see LHNC bylaws, Article 4, stakeholder for eligibility criteria. 2, discussion and possible action to appoint a stakeholder to vacant business representative seat, term ending 2025. 3, discussion and possible action to appoint a stakeholder to vacant Area 4 representative resident seat, term ending 2023. 4, discussion and possible action to appoint a stakeholder to vacant Area 7 representative resident seat, term ending 2025. D, discussion and possible action, D, funding items, sorry. 1, discussion and possible action on approval of October 2021 MER, monthly expenditure report. 2, discussion and possible action funding up to $1,000 for office supplies. The funding will be used to purchase the following items: printer, ink, folder dividers, plastic sheet protectors, and paper. Please review the supplemental document for an itemized list on our website. 3, discussion and possible action on funding up to $155 to the mailroom for monthly services for website and email services for the month of June 2021. 4, discussion and possible action on funding up to $155 to the mailroom for monthly services for website and email services for the month of July 2021. 5, discussion and possible action on funding up to $155 to the mailroom for monthly services for website and email services for the month of August 2021. 6, discussion and possible action on funding up to $155 to the mailroom for funding or for monthly services for website and email services for the month of September 2021. 7, discussion and possible action on funding up to $155 to the mailroom for monthly services for website and email services for the month of October 2021. Then we would move on to 9, non-agenda public comments, 2 minutes per person. Oh, okay. And then 10, closing and remarks by president, and 11, adjournment. And that's our thing. And we have some amendments. Vince?
Yes, I like on the funding item, we got a request from a board member to add a little bit more information to funding item DI or D1.
Mhm.
D2, it currently reads discussion and possible action for funding up to $1,000 for office supplies.
Uh-huh.
The amendment, I'd like to add in discussion and possible action on funding up to $1,000 for council supplies. The funding will be used to purchase the following items: printer. And what we ended up doing is adding the prices as requested by one of the board members. And we also added the items will be purchased. The items, let me see, the item being purchased may not be available and at the time of purchase and can be substituted for what's available. So right now there's like a shortage on some of this equipment. So when we go to purchase it, we just have to put that in there to know that we're gonna match it to the best of our ability. And if we can't find it within our budget, we won't purchase it until it's available.
Gotcha.
And then it just reminds the people too that a more detailed itemized list will be on our supplemental documents, and it was on it last month, so nothing has changed but adding on protectors and I think that's about it. Protector and dividers.
Okay, okay. All right. And then I have, yep.
Can we do something so that we can pay the mailroom for the rest of the budget year?
Well, we have it itemized up to October to get current. Are you saying
Right.
pay her in advance for the rest of the year?
No, but approve it so that we can do it without having to come back to the board.
I
In other words-
spoke to Monica on it, and we have to do it month by month, which is
Okay.
a bummer, because I did ask if we could do it all the way up until the end of the year so we can have a one lump sum given,
Right.
but they made us do it month to month.
Okay.
Okay. I have a couple edits. So on item 7C, Chick-fil-A at former by right property, I need to omit Item one, we have also invited representatives from Chick-fil-A, so we need to take that part off. And one more thing. One more thing. Oh, 9 non-agenda public comments, 2 minutes per person. It should be 1 minute per person
Okay, so down here, okay.
because we have so many items on the agenda. We already give public comments in the beginning, so.
Yeah, you also need to renumber it because you have it 3, 4, and 5.
At the very end.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Whoops. All right. So, and those are the changes. Vince?
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to accept the agenda with the amendments to the funding and the changes that Sarah made.
Yeah, item 7C. 1.
Okay, I'll second.
All right.
10 seconds. Now it's just board discussion and then public comment, and we vote, Sarah.
Okay. Any
I
board?
have, I have no comment.
No comment.
I have no comment. All right, and then public comment, I guess, right? Yeah. If there's anybody from the public who would like to comment on this item, please press *9 or raise your hand. Vince, is it 2 minutes or 1 minute?
We haven't marked this 1 minute, I believe.
Okay, 1 minute, yeah. All right, so yeah, please raise your hand and press *9 from the public.
Robert Vega, please state your name. Hello?
Robert?
I'm prompting them to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert.
I'm just getting out of the shower, but I think I'm running a little late here. So I'd like to make somewhat of a comment.
Okay.
When we talk about outreach, you know, I've tried to reach out to my rep, who happens to be Diego, and that area, which is area 4, we have various concerns. And you know, when you guys take votes on certain items, he goes along and votes totally against what our concerns are. So when you talk about outreach, you know, you're a representative of this area. You need to listen to the members or the residents of this community. That's the only way we'll get a true feeling of this community. Now, Selena did one, which was area 7, I think,
Mhm.
to reach your community, and they did an outreach, which was perfect. I think every member on this board should do that. Reach out to their constituents or their residents and really get the feel of this community. You know, I'm listening to a lot of things that you guys are doing. I don't know, I don't agree with it. And you know, the concerns are that you need to listen to the residents and make sure that you have the inputs of the community. I mean, that's the only way this community would become powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Okay. Any other board member comments? Or I mean, not board member, any public comments? Please raise your hand or press *9, please.
I see none.
Okay, so we have none. All right, so we'll move it on for a vote. Restate the motion, Vince.
The motion is to accept the agenda. Let me see, accept the agenda with the amendments to the funding items and to the 2 items that Sarah put, which was
Yes.
reducing the comment minutes to 1 and then removing the Chick-fil-A.
Yep, that would be 7C1. All right, so do we have a second?
Ben already
Oh, wait,
seconded.
Ben already seconded. Okay, so we'll take it for a vote. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Sarah Clendenning,
Yes.
Ben Wadsworth. Come back to him. Vincent,
Yes.
Fernanda, yes. Ben,
Uh-oh, we lost Ben. Technicality.
Ben,
Well, we have enough votes here.
we have 3 votes, which is quorum.
Is everyone still here? All of a sudden, my audio is quiet.
I can hear you. We're taking vote now. Ben,
Ben? Ben?
can you hear us, Ben?
He may be having technical difficulties. I see his name with the audio like waves going on it. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe his email is attached to the internet. Like one of those digital ones.
Let me
Well-
see. I want to ask him to unmute. Let's just try it one more time, and if not, we'll take the vote with the 3 of us because we're
Yeah, okay.
having technical difficulties. Ben, if you can hear us, I sent you to unmute yourself. I think he unmuted himself. Let's see. Ben, can you hear us? I think he may be having technical difficulties.
Okay, so we should just take it for a vote then. We have 3 yeses.
Yes, we can record. We can ask him to email his vote in, and then we can record it.
Okay,
Okay. So we have Fernie, if you can just go over the voting that we did already.
Yes. So Sarah Clendenning, yes. Fernanda Sanchez, yes. Vincent Montalvo, yes.
Okay, and we're waiting just for the public and for the record, we're waiting for Ben. Ben's having technical difficulties on his audio, and we will email for his vote, and then it'll reflect the records that Fernanda has.
all right. So we'll just wait till later for Vince's vote, for Ben's vote. Okay, so motion carries, right?
Yeah, it passes with the 3 votes.
Okay, motion carries. I don't have my gavel, but with that,
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
all right, motion to-
Second.
I third it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to this meeting, and we'll see you this Thursday, November 18th at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Fernie. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, public.
Everyone.
Bye.